It's very rare that you meet someone that can have long-range telescope strategic vision, but they can pull it back down and get granular enough to pick the color of the first iMac. And if a coder is having a problem writing the core operating system, be able to sit down, roll up your sleeves, and actually help that engineer code. And that was Steve Jobs.
The insurance industry is the greatest industry in the world. So I would tell them that they need to get into the insurance industry. It's one of the financial world's best kept secrets.
So I strategically went and networked, and I asked my PA, my executive assistant, to get me lunch, tea, coffee, elevator conversation, I don't care what it is, with every CEO in the Lloyd's markets and the CEOs of the 10 largest brokers. And that meant about 80 of these meetings I had to do just to introduce myself. And something in me told me I needed to do that. And then when I got to be on the list for the Lloyd's CEO job, and the nominating committee and the chair of Lloyd's asked the CEOs in the market if they knew me, they all said, "Oh yes, of course we know Inga."
One of my favorite expressions, which I say all the time, and I actually sign off on all my internal communications with, is "dare to be great." And what I mean by that is, life is too short to be mediocre, and for the same nickel, why don't you try to be extraordinary?
Cops are A-types. Negotiators are A-types of the A-types. We're the people, us and the SWAT guys, are the people that they call when the police get in trouble. When the police get in trouble, they call us.
So I never looked for a promotion. I never looked to become the president of this MGA. I certainly didn't look to become the CEO of Hub Northeast. It was always this kind of head down approach, work hard, treat people well, and contribute to the organization's success. And that's really been, that's been the recipe.
I invested, and then another professor matched my investment, and then he raised about as much from student friends of his, and that was the original seed capital to get Bonobo's launch.
Anyone who's not in the insurance industry, it's simply a case they don't understand it. They don't understand what we do, how we do it, the impact we make, the great joy we can have in the day-to-day work we do. It's been one of the great blessings of my life and our family's life, the fact that we made this transition.
He said, look, we were really worried about your strategy, but you've been vindicated. You were right, we were wrong, and we'd like to make you CEO.
And then, of course, I've gotten I'm pretty sure this class just saved my marriage.
Every page of your website does not have a call to action. You're failing.
I was feeling inspired on David beating Goliath, because I know at a stage we were David, and I still feel like that some days.
It's Randy, that's it. I go, what's it? She said, the wedge. We got to do the wedge.
And this was during Black Lives Matters riots and everything, so nobody would insure it. And again, I said, as long as I can talk to Reverend Al, I'll give him a quote. And I want to know that if some lawsuit comes in, that we're going to be able to fight it together.
Everything that I talk about, that me and my teammates stand for, is nothing that you've seen on the media, nothing that you've seen on TV. And we're going to show you exactly who we are and what we stand for.
You looked a lot at, what did it say on paper? Where did they work? How many years? Were they a job hopper? We call that the what they are. I'm helping people see who they are.
I am committed to helping every insurance agent in the world. I want to be known, and I want to leave a legacy on this industry. For that dude has helped me more than anyone else without having to try to recruit me, than anyone else on the planet Earth, period, ever. Boom.
The airport had was 1,500 of grass, 2,000 of concrete, and 1,500 of grass. Well, I put it down in less than 2,000 feet, which was without burning the brakes, which was something unusual.
Most accounts, if you're any sort of a producer at all in any sort of an agency, 90-95% of your customers renew just by giving them some reactive service. But the real litmus test is what percent give you a referral.
Because the minute you start pointing your finger and blaming the other person, you've already lost. It's about you, not about the other person.